That's a remorseless sort of noise, isn't it? Time, ticking away endlessly through the pale hours of dawn, the blaze of noon, and the sweet peace of evening to the terror of midnight. What a fascinating word, midnight. And what a fascinating story you're about to hear. It's called Death Comes at Midnight, a notable addition to your library of telltale stories of suspense for those with strong nerves.
Peter, you really must go. It's after 11 and I have to be up early tomorrow morning.
Oh, Lord knows why I want to marry you. You're much too bossy.
Want your ring back?
No.
Then go home.
All right. But it isn't healthy having to leave you like this night after night.
In a few months it'll be healthy and decent because we'll be married. Now go home.
I'm on my way. Sure you'll be okay on your own?
Quite sure. Mother will be home tomorrow.
I know, but this is the first night you've been alone here since they took Brian away. I don't want it preying on your nerves or anything. Now, just say the word and I'll sleep outside on a mat.
Think I'd let you?
Oh, darling.
Go home, please, before I make you stay.
Okay. Good night, my darling.
Good night.
Bye. Make sure you lock up properly.
I will. Bye, darling. Hello?
Mrs. Corliss?
Yes.
Mrs. Corliss, this is Superintendent Manson from Crossways.
Crossways? Is something wrong?
Now, please don't be alarmed. Mrs. Corliss, I'm sure there's no cause for it. But I have to tell you, your husband has escaped.
Brian? Escaped? How? And when?
We don't know how he did it, but he's been missing since early this evening. You see,
Please, would you hold on? I want to try and catch someone who's just leaving. Peter! 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 I was too late. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Superintendent.
That's all right, Mrs. Corliss. I'm quite confident it won't be long before we pick him up. He can't get through our cordon.
Have you any idea which way he might be heading?
No, none at all. But all the roads are covered. There's a bare possibility that he might have slipped through earlier on, but you can reassure your mother and...
My mother isn't here tonight. She's gone to stay the night with friends.
You mean you're alone?
Yes.
Oh. Mrs. Corliss, I'm going to ring up the police at Torbeck and ask them to send a constable up to your house. This is purely a precautionary measure, you understand?
Yes, thank you. I understand, and I'd like someone here. There's just one thing I'd like to know.
Yes?
How was Brian before he escaped? Has he been violent?
He hasn't been too well. Been troubled by his eyes again.
I see. It always started with his eyes, didn't it? Well, thank you for letting me know, Superintendent. Could I have your number in case I need you?
I'll do better than that, Mrs. Corliss. I'm going to leave this line open and put a man on this end. So don't hang up at all. When the constable arrives from Torbeck, just pick up the phone and tell us, and then we'll know you're all right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, God. Please don't let him come here. Please. Who's there?
It's Constable Lambert from Torbeck, ma'am. They phoned from Crossways wanting someone to keep an eye open here.
Oh, that's right. I've been expecting you. Oh, I'm so relieved to see you. Thank you for coming so quickly.
I'm lucky to find you first time off, being new around here and this house being so far out of the way, like. Everything all right?
Yes, everything's fine, thanks. Won't you come in and sit down?
No, ma'am. Show me a chair and I see a place to sleep. I'd better keep an eye on things outside.
Is there any more news?
No, not that I've heard. Nothing up to the time I left the station, but they'll pick him up, never fear. They don't get far from Crossways. Anybody from there is too dangerous to leave on the loose for long. I beg your pardon, Mrs. Corliss.
Oh, don't apologize, Constable. I've been able to face the fact for a long time that my husband is criminally insane. And that's why he's at Crossways. Or was at Crossways.
Don't you worry now, Mrs. Corliss. They'll have him back there soon enough. And I'll be here if you need me, remember. Just blow this whistle and I'll be right with you.
I've always wanted to blow one of these things.
Well, I doubt whether you'll need to, but it's there if you want it. All right, ma'am, just lock the door behind me and off you go to your bed.
Thank you, Constable. Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Corliss.
Hello.
Yes, Mrs. Corliss?
The constable from Torbeck has arrived. I was told to let you know.
Thank you, Mrs. Corliss. I'll tell the inspector.
Have you heard anything more?
No, there's nothing new. One thing, Mrs. Corliss. The inspector asked me to tell you. We're going to keep this line open to you all the time. There'll always be someone on this end. So if you want us, all you have to do is pick up the phone and speak.
I see. What made the inspector decide to do that?
Oh, just a precaution, Mrs. Corliss. That's all.
Just a precaution. Thank you.
Here we are. Torbeck Crossroads. Are you sure this is where you wanted? Seems a long way from anywhere to me.
This is it. My place is just up the road there. Thanks for the lift.
Oh, don't mention it. Glad to help. What's up?
Those headlights. They're dazzling. They hurt my eyes. They're sensitive.
I'm sorry about that. You all right now?
Yes, fine. Thanks again for the lift.
Pleasure. I'd better step on it. It's getting near midnight and my wife's waiting for me. Good night.
Good night. I wonder if my wife's waiting for me. Are you, Jane?
Oh, it's me, Mrs. Corliss, Constable Lambert. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Corliss, but I heard you moving about, and I just wanted to make sure everything was all right.
Oh, yes, everything's fine, thanks. I'm just making a cup of tea. Would you like one?
Oh, yeah, you're right there, I would. Look, I'll just take another look round and I'll be right back.
I'll have it waiting for you.
Thanks very much. Who's there? Come on, now, let's be having you. Well, I wouldn't want anyone to know it, but you had me scared to death. You've been locked out. Well, look, I'm going in for a cup of tea in a minute so you can go...
Just a minute, Mr. Lambert. I'm coming. Brian! Oh, no!
Oh, yes. Hello, Jane. Sorry. I know I'm not wanted, but I'm coming in.
He's here. My husband. He's here. Please help me. Hello? Hello?
I cut it. That's right. I cut the line. Clever of me, wasn't it? Whose attention are you trying to attract? That policeman's? I don't think he'll be able to hear it. Where he is now.
Oh.
Poor chap. His tea will get cold. Or perhaps I could have it.
Help! Help!
Stop it! Stop that damned row. You're much too far from the road, so why bother? Besides, don't you think I deserve a little peace and quiet in my own home after what I've been through?
What do you want? Why have you come back?
To see you. To have a chat about that letter you sent me. We have plenty of time. I dare say they're in a proper little panic, wondering why the phone has gone dead. But it'll be well after 12 before they can get here, and what I have to say won't take that long. Yes. Midnight should be right.
For what?
For the end of what I have to say and do. Midnight's a good time to end things, don't you think? It's so final. Where's my successor? This Peter, this man you told me about in your letter. The man you're going to marry when the courts free you from your first husband. The one they say went insane. The one they put away. The one they torture all the time with their silly, stupid questions until he gets angry and they put him in a straitjacket. The one who's as sane as they are, but they won't listen. They won't listen. But you'll listen, won't you, Jane?
Yes, Brian. I'll listen. Let's sit down and talk. You sit there. That's right. And I'll take this one. Now we can talk.
They won't let us talk in that place, Jane. They lock us up by ourselves. And they hurt us. I told him not to hurt me. I told him...
Told who?
That doctor. I told him he'd hurt my eyes, but he wouldn't stop. He shone a light right into my eyes, and he hurt me. So I had to hurt him back, didn't I?
What did you do, Brian? How did you hurt him?
The others thought they could help me, but they couldn't. I'm strong. Look at my hands. I'm strong. I pulled away from them, and I squeezed the doctor's throat. 3 of them couldn't get my hands away, Jane. 3 of them.
What happened to him?
I don't know. They took him away. And that's what they do with dead people. They're taken away.
Oh.
I'm going to hurt you too, Jane. You hurt me by sending that letter. They wouldn't let me write to you, so I came to see you instead. You didn't think I'd let you marry someone else, did you? It wouldn't be fair.
All right, Brian. I won't marry anyone else. I promise. I won't...
You're only saying that. You're trying to humor me, aren't you? That's what you're supposed to do. Humor the patient. Talk nicely to him. It's midnight. Time to stop talking, Jane.
Brian, would you like to lie down? Your bedroom's just the same.
Lie down. Yes, that would be nice. You can come and lie with me. Let's go upstairs, Jane.
I'll go in first, Brian.
Let me in!
Oh, leave me alone, leave me alone!
Let me in!
Oh, God, help me, help me! Torch! Torch. There was one in the drawer. Oh, please let it be here. Oh, please, please. Torch.
Now, Jane, don't think you can get away because you're in the dark. I can hear you. You won't escape me, Jane. Put it out! Take it away! Stop shining that light in my eyes! You're hurting me! You're hurting me! You're hurting my eyes! Put it out! Put it out! I can't stand it! I've got to get out! I've got to get out!
Oh, Brian! Brian!
They found Brian Corliss lying dead on the path below the shattered window of Jane's bedroom. His eyes were wide open, staring. But they would never feel pain again, for Brian Corliss was dead. A merciful release, would you say? That's what Inspector Manson thought when he recorded the details in his official report, ending with a notation, approximate time of death, midnight. And now I'd like to advise you to be on the lookout for the next pleasant little incident in this series. It's called Shrouds for Sale. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So make sure of your copy when your local store receives its next consignment of Telltale Stories of Suspense for those with strong nerves.